I like Luky. I have never asked anybody to call me Luke, first of all, which is the most common nickname for Lucas, but I've never liked Luke for whatever reason. And I like Luky better than Luke, although I think at one point Sir Lukington was an option for a nickname, and that might actually be preferable in some cases, in more formal settings. But otherwise, I'm fine with Luky and Lucas, just not Luke. I don't know why. It's probably because my sister's name is Leia, and I don't want anybody to think that we are trying to pay homage to Star Wars. I remember wanting to do films, but it was just sort of like a distant idea. I just knew that there was something about films that was really powerful. Then eventually I had a guitar sitting around, and slowly over the years, throughout my teenage years, I played it and I recorded stuff because I really wanted to make albums. And now it's kind of something that I want to keep doing. Because it just happened that I really liked it and feel like I can express myself that way. So Zappa was sort of my introduction to music, and I still really like Zappa's music, like pretty much all of it. I think that the range of stuff that he did, from classical to like jazz to rock stuff, that's really inspiring. Just because of how fluid his work is, like his whole life really was sort of dedicated to, composing. I think maybe a little bit, just from what I've read about his life, maybe a little bit too much obsessed with work, but it is his work on its own, just the stuff that he made is really inspiring, and just the range of it is something that's really cool. I think artists who have a big range of what they do is really interesting, because it's sort of like you go on a journey and you discover all these things that they tried.
You want the smoothest dolly shot ever? This is how you do it. Come on, baby. Let's get there. Let's get there. This is going to be so smooth. It's going to make Cooper jealous.
Probably my favorite filmmaker is David Lynch, and that's because I remember seeing Eraserhead when I was, I don't know, maybe like 10 or 11 or 12, which, that's kind of a disturbing movie. But the thing is, I was scared by that movie because it is disturbing, but I was also simultaneously, I felt like there's something really beautiful in this like sort of like grim, sort of depressing story. And it wasn't all depressing. There was a lot of just moments where there's some strange symbolism going on, and it's like, what does this mean? And it can't really be put into words, but it's telling something. So, for example, I dream about big open spaces, so like courtyards or big fields or being in a valley or things like that. And it's more just a feeling of that, a feeling of openness. And so, I don't know if those are exactly memories, but they inspire me to create, because it's kind of like trying to express and put into words something that I've only seen in my head. So that makes it a really difficult but fun challenge. It's like, how do I communicate that in some way? Can I? I really like being able to have something, whether it's a video or a song, and like say, here's a thing that I made. That makes me happy, because it's just nice to be able to finish something, because lots of other things go on there. a lot. I mean, I guess like life, that's like the forever. You're constantly working on the way you see the world and the way that you're relating to the world and other people. But if you make like a song or a film, that's a thing that you can sort of go back and look at, and it's sort of its own entity. So I like that. But being in college, it's really nice because you still have like a structure. You go to class, you have homework, so it's like you're still kind of like high school, but you have all these other challenges, and you can go out, explore the city, fall in love. You can do all these things, and so yes, it was worth it because I grew. I would love to be a domesticated cat. Cats, they're just like so cool. I've never met a cat that ever lets themselves look stupid. They always play it off. They just know how to do it. They can always land on their feet. Every single cat can do yoga. Even if it's a fat cat, it can do yoga. They're the best. They can climb up trees. This is how I want to be in life. For filmmaking, making a feature, like writing and directing a feature, I think that's a good goal because, now still just kind of having dipped my toes in film, as I realize this is a lot of moving parts. So making a feature, that's a big thing, but totally attainable. It's just, probably take some time to work up to that point. But that would really be cool, just to to get to the point where I have an idea that would lend itself to a feature, and then get the money together to do it, and then do it. And I think that would be really cool to just because then that's the films. It's about feature films.
Nothing but the next project, baby. Nothing but the next project. That's what I'm about. You tell me what's going on. I'm saying the next project, baby. It's all about that next project. I'm always thinking ahead, looking ahead, eating ahead. You name it. It's all ahead for me. No behind, no back, no looking back. Let's go ahead, why don't we?